Iran, the most dangerous hotspot in the Middle East. Just one decision from Iran, and global oil prices could surge within hours. Just one ship being stopped in the Strait of Hormuz, and the entire world economy could be shaken. And with just a small escalation of tension in the Middle East, the risk of a regional war could erupt. But few people realize that behind the daily breaking news headlines, Iran is not just a country confronting the world. It is also the land of an ancient civilization that once ruled half the known world. A nation possessing enormous natural resources, and a center of some of the most dangerous power struggles on the planet. So what has made Iran become one of the biggest geopolitical hotspots in the world? Before becoming a country surrounded by controversy today, Iran was once the center of one of the greatest civilizations in human history. That is the Strait of Hormuz. It is considered the most important oil shipping route in the world. Every day, tens of millions of barrels of oil pass through this area on their way to Asia, Europe, and the United States. If this route were blocked, the global energy supply could fall into crisis. And Iran is the country with the greatest influence in this region. Another reason Iran attracts global attention is its enormous natural resources. Iran is one of the most energy-rich countries on the planet. Its oil reserves are among the largest in the world. Massive oil fields deep beneath Iran's soil have supplied energy to the world for decades. But oil is not everything. Iran also possesses one of the largest natural gas reserves on Earth. This energy resource can provide fuel for millions of households and factories across the globe. In addition, Iran also has many valuable minerals such as copper, iron, zinc, uranium. These resources make Iran a country with enormous economic potential, but ironically, these very resources are also one of the reasons Iran frequently becomes entangled in power struggles. Tensions surrounding Iran are nothing new. For decades, the country has maintained complex relationships with many nations. One of the biggest turning points occurred in 1979. That was the Iranian Islamic Revolution of 1979. After this event, Iran completely transformed its political system and began confronting many Western powers, especially the United States. Since then, numerous economic sanctions have been imposed on Iran. These sanctions have significantly affected the country's economy. Oil exports have been restricted, foreign investment has sharply declined, and Iran's economy has faced many difficulties, but tensions do not stop at economics. One of the most controversial issues is Iran's nuclear program. Many countries worrying that the program could be used for military purposes. This has led to international negotiations lasting for many years. But tensions do not stop at economics. One of the most controversial issues is Iran's nuclear program. Many countries worrying that the program could be used for military purposes. This has led to international negotiations lasting for many years. The Middle East has long been a region of instability. Many countries in the region compete for political and military influence. Iran is one of the key players in this competition. Iran's influence can be seen in several regional hotspots. Conflicts in Syria, Iraq, Yemen are all connected, to varying degrees, to geopolitical rivalries in the region. For that reason, whenever tensions escalate, the risk of a wider conflict always worries the world. Imagine a scenario: if a major conflict were to erupt around the Strait of Hormuz, millions of barrels of oil per day could be blocked. Global energy prices could skyrocket. Economies dependent on oil could fall into crisis. That is why every development in Iran is closely watched by the entire world, not only the Middle East, but Europe, Asia, and the United States all have interests tied to this region. Today, Iran stands at an important crossroads. On one hand, the country possesses thousands of years of history, enormous resources, and one of the most strategic locations in the world. But on the other hand, Iran must also face geopolitical tensions, economic sanctions, and the risk of regional conflict. Iran's future remains a major question. Will this nation become an economic powerhouse of the Middle East? Or will it continue to be the center of geopolitical confrontations? One thing is certain: as long as oil continues to flow through the Strait of Hormuz, the world will keep watching every move Iran makes.